What matters to you? I ask myself that question all the time. How many of you have had that client that is just a pain in the butt? Anybody had that besides me? Yeah. And at the end of the day, you've worked hard, you've brought all you got your A game, you've done all you can, and at the end of the day, you're going, is this making any difference? You walk out of there just beating your head against the wall, you feel like defeated. Even when you're up against that wall, even when you're beating your head against the wall and you got that client that's just making you nuts, remember, you're making a difference. It may not be transparent to you right now, but you are making a difference. And this story about these guys in Lubbock is just incredible, what's going on. So let me share with you about Carry the Water. December 2013, I did my first public workshop. Dan Weston and I did a workshop in Dallas. We had 40-something people there. And out of that group of people, one of the people that came to visit was a guy by the name of Joel Tardy. Joel is the owner of the Culligan Water franchise in Lubbock, Texas. And it was halfway through the 4D assessment. He says, stop. Just stop. What do I got to do to get you to come out and help us? We need help. I said, okay. Well, let me ask you a few questions. So I began to ask him some questions about his business. And so the real problem that Joel had was his business was stuck in the mud. Now, let me give you a little more backstory. These guys have been incredibly successful. They're one of the top performing Culligan franchises in the United States. They have had consistent 15 to 20% profit year over year. In their segment, they are huge. And so it wasn't like this business is really broken. But Joel was frustrated because he felt like he'd tried a lot of stuff and they were stuck in the mud. And he needed something to get this thing out of the mud and going in the right direction. So we started talking about the core purpose. So this was their original purpose. He had read the book. He had filled in the blanks in the box. And so if you read that, worry-free, hassle-free, quality water that is safe, healthy, good tasting, and cost-effective. That sounds pretty good, right? I said, now what's your real purpose? Do you really believe that? Is that what gets you up in the morning to go do this? Drives your people to get up at 6 a.m., load a truck, and go work on water systems every day? And his answer was, no, that's not what gets me to do this. I said, what gets you to do it? And so we began to discuss and brainstorm and working with his leadership team and talking with people in his team. And what we discovered was that they needed a purpose that was outside of themselves. So we began to work, and here's what we come up with. Water is an essential part of life. They improve the quality of life by improving the quality of water. Now that might be worth getting up in the morning to go do. So the next thing we attacked was our core values. And I asked him, what are your core values? And he hands me a piece of paper with this list. Pretty good list, right? Faith, family, team, customer service, learn and grow, embrace change, passion, positive attitude. Here's the question we asked. If I go out and ask the guy in the warehouse what the core values are, how many of those is he going to be able to tell me? 0. I said, how many can you tell me without looking at the list? 0. So we began to say, well, core values, that's the foundation. This is our belief. This is how we function. This is how we play the game every day. And so we began to really talk about it. And I said, core values got to come from in here, not from here, here. It's got to be alive. It's got to be present. It's got to be visible in the organization. Here are their new core values. Number 1, we are a team. We do this together. Okay? We're not individuals. We are a team. We help others succeed. We help people that we partner with. We help our customers. We help each other succeed. I am responsible. Taking personal responsibility to solve problems or take initiative or do something. Deliver wow. And this is one of my favorites because these guys do this well. We did the NPS thing with their customers, and their NPS came back 91. Pretty good stuff. So they deliver the wow. But one of my favorites is start and end with thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to work with you. Thank you for buying our products and services. Thank you for helping me move that pallet of water. Thank you for helping me unload that truck. And it's amazing when you begin to see this stuff flow into the organization. So we began to talk about implementation. And so we created a challenge coin. And if you look on the left side, all around are the core values. If you look on the right side, there's a saying, if you are just 1 degree off course, you will miss your destination. Dale Tardy. Dale Tardy was Joel's father who started the business. And this was a saying he had on his desk. And so they used that to tie back to the 50-year anniversary. They now have the core values, but they just didn't give everybody the coin. You had to carry the water. So we started the ceremony. And the way you get to do the ceremony is you have to volunteer. You have to say, I'm ready to carry the water. Okay? To date, out of a staff of about 30 people, we've had 10 people carry the water. The large gentleman in the blue shirt is about to carry the water. The guy on the left who's talking is Jason. Jason is the general manager. And so the whole team lines up with squirt guns. Okay? They have squirt guns. And he's going to carry the water. But before he gets to carry the water, he has to say the 5 core values. Okay? He has to demonstrate that he knows what they are. Okay? So here in just a second, he's going to go through and he's going to carry the water. Okay? So watch this. He's telling everybody, I know where you live. So, you with your squirt guns. So Roy is carrying the water amidst being squirted with squirt guns. And he has completed the ceremony. Now he'll come back and Jason will award him his challenge coin. Now it seems a little silly, but I'm telling you, it's incredibly powerful. Because now people go, when do I get to carry the water? Okay? And you have to be ready. You have to be ready. So here are some of the results after we have done this. First of all, in 2014, they launched their commercial program. This came out of doing the planning, the strategic planning. They did over $750,000 in commercial their first year. Huge success. They celebrated 50 years. December 2014, they were awarded the #1 position in their classification and region. So they were the top performing franchise in their group, okay? And there's about 15 groups across the country. So they were getting recognized by Culligan. In 2014, they posted a 17% profit, even while we filled in a position in the leadership team of the controller, because we didn't really have anybody that was on top of the financials. In February of 2015, they were awarded the E.J. Culligan Award. This is the most prestigious award you can win as a Culligan franchisee. It recognizes you nationally as one of the top performing franchises in the country. March 2015, as a result of coming to one of the summits, okay, and we were talking, I forget who talked about it, but they said, hey, do something to get your customers engaged with you before you ask them to buy. So the idea came up, we'll put a system in your house for free. 30 days. At the end of 30 days, we'll come take it out or you can keep it. So far, they've installed 120 of these. They've taken out none. And right now, in 2015, they are working on, first of all, they have a budget. We got budgets implemented. And they are on track right now to produce a 24% profit, net profit, this year. I tell you, folks, this stuff works. Leverage all the tools. Help your clients. Help them to get it. When they get it, get out of their way because it's going to blow your mind. Thank you very much.